The city arrived in slow colors, orange skies and fading gold. The avenue filled with conversations and stories already old. The market closed its final shutters, the cafe stayed awake, and every little piece of evening felt too beautiful to break. I walked in carrying my guitar and songs nobody knew, another drifting desperado passing softly through. Then across the crowded plaza, between the lights and moving air, you appeared beside the fountain like you'd always been there. I've learned to trust the weather, I've learned to trust the road, but some moments arrive quietly and rewrite what you know. Trumpets at sunset, guitars at dawn, one night between goodbye and gone, where the city moved like a dream and nothing was exactly what it seemed. Trumpets at sunset, guitars at dawn, like old songs still holding on. And for one impossible evening, I forgot to move along. Stay right here until the moon grows pale. You asked me, do you always leave before the story finishes? I looked toward the sky and smiled, usually. Then you said, maybe that's why you keep writing sad songs. The trumpet laughed in the distance, the guitar softened below, the bass kept holding every second like it already knew. The piano slipped between our silence like waves between the shore, and every rhythm made me wonder if I wanted more. The city turned to lanterns, the shadows stretched and grew, but somehow everything became about you. Maybe not all adventures are meant to be roads. Maybe some begin when you stop walking. Trumpets at sunset, guitars at dawn, one night between goodbye and gone, where the city moved like a dream and nothing was exactly what it seemed. Trumpets at sunset, guitars at dawn, like gold songs still holding on. And for one impossible evening, I forgot to move along. Stay right here until the moon grows pale. At me and asked what happens tomorrow. I looked around, empty cups, warm air, street lights beginning to glow. Then answered, tomorrow can wait, because not every beautiful thing needs a plan. Some nights only ask to be lived. Guitars at dawn, the city changed but not this song. Every rhythm still remains like sunlight after summer rain. Trumpets at sunset, guitars at dawn. If these roads bring me back alone, leave one chair beneath the lantern and I'll stay until the morning comes. lights grew dim, the wind moved on, but somewhere in that golden hour our song lives on. Our song lives on. The coastline turned to silver as daylight slipped away. The sea kept quiet secrets only evening could explain. Cafes filled with distant laughter, windows glowing warm and low. People stayed for one more story before deciding where to go. I arrived with my old guitar and songs worn thin by years. Another wandering desperado, good at leaving, bad with staying here. Then a flute crossed through the harbor, soft as wind and twice as free. And every note it carried felt strangely close to me. Some places disappear the second that you leave, but others keep a heartbeat long after the evening ends. Silver Coast Rendezvous, where the ocean meets the sky, and every rhythm in the distance made old reasons pass me by. Silver Coast Rendezvous, where the city learned to slow, and for one impossible evening I forgot I had to go. Stay with me until the lights grow dim. You stood beside the terrace, tracing circles in the rain, looking like a memory that somehow knew my name. You asked me, do you ever play just for yourself? I smiled and answered, not anymore. You looked surprised, then quietly said, maybe you should. The roads painted little colors, the flute moved through the air, while the bass kept every second like it belonged there. The brushes stayed in motion, the guitar held the sea, and somehow all my old ambitions stopped speaking over me. Maybe not every journey needs another horizon. Maybe some journeys ask you to stay. Silver Coast Rendezvous, where the ocean meets the sky, and every rhythm in the distance made old reasons pass me by. Silver Coast Rendezvous, where the city learned to slow, and for one impossible evening I forgot I had to go. Stay with me until the lights grow dim. People leave, what stays behind? I looked toward the shoreline and answered, songs. Because songs remain inside places, inside people, inside nights like this. Silver Coast Rendezvous, still shining in harbor lost its colors, but the night stayed true. And somewhere by the silver coast, I left my song with you. I left my song with you. Lit the avenue like little moons above the street. The city moved in quiet colors, slow enough to hear it breathe. Tables spilled into the sidewalks, coffee cooled beneath the sky, and conversations floated upward like old songs passing by. I arrived with my old guitar and wrote still in my hands, another drifting desperado who never made long-term plans. Then somewhere through the evening noise and somewhere through the glow, a flute appeared above the rooftops, soft and impossible to hold. I followed maps, I followed stars, I've trusted songs more than my heart. But certain nights begin quietly and change everything. Blue lantern serenade under skies of faded gold. Every note became a secret, too beautiful to hold. Blue lantern serenade like moonlight through café glass. And for one impossible evening, I stopped chasing the past. Stay with me until the music fades. He sat beside the window, watching shadows cross the floor, listening with the kind of silence that made me play once more. You asked me, do all travelers eventually get tired? I looked at my guitar and answered, they usually learn to hide it. You smiled like you understood. The roads kept glowing softly like distant city lights. The flute moved high and weightless across the edges of the night. The bass walked through the changes like footsteps through old dreams, and every brush across the snare made life feel less extreme. Maybe home is in a place, maybe home appears as music and stays as memory. Blue lantern serenade under skies of faded gold. Every note became a secret, too beautiful to hold. Blue lantern serenade like moonlight through cafe glass. And for one impossible evening, I stopped chasing the past. Stay with me until the music fades. You asked, if this night became a song, what would you call it? I looked around, the lanterns, the empty cups, the soft wind, and quietly said, something I don't wanna end, because not every melody needs a destination. Some left a song with you. I left a song with you. The evening came in slow motion across Avenida del Mar. Street lights flickered into life like tiny fallen stars. The cafes opened their windows and music spilled outside. Every table held a story, every silence had a tide. I arrived with an old guitar and roads behind my eyes. Another drifting desperado still speaking in goodbyes. Then somewhere through the evening, above the rhythm and the sound, I saw you leaning by the doorway like you had always been around. Some people wait for miracles, some wait for daylight skies, but sometimes destiny appears without a disguise. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar, where the city moves so slow. Every chord becomes a memory, every feeling starts to glow. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar, where the warm wind learns your name. And for one impossible evening, nothing stayed the same. Stay with me until the morning light. You asked me, do you write these songs for someone? I smiled and looked away, then played another phrase instead. The electric guitar answered softly, like it already knew that every unfinished melody was secretly about you. The go-go bells kept shining like sparks across the dark, and every beat beneath the moonlight left another mark. The city faded slowly, the world became less wide, and somehow all the roads I carried stayed outside. Maybe freedom isn't movement, maybe freedom is this: finding one reason not to leave. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar, where the city moves so slow. Every chord becomes a memory, every feeling starts to glow. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar, where the warm wind learns your name. And for one impossible evening, nothing stayed the same. Stay with me until the morning light. And quietly asked, when the night ends, where will you go? I thought about old train stations, crowded terminals, empty hotel rooms, then answered, I don't know. And for the first time I meant it. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar, still glowing in my soul, like a photograph in motion that somehow made me whole. Velvet nights on Avenida del Mar. If these roads bring me again, leave one chair beneath the lanterns, and I'll sit beside you then. When the final song is fading and the city turns to blue, I'll still hear the rhythm that carried me to you.
Drifts into silence. Nylon guitar
the coast of Santa Luz. Windows glowed above the harbor, painting silver over blue. I arrived with dust and stories and 6 old strings across my back. Another wandering desperado, never asking what I lacked. The cafes breathed in conversation, coffee, laughter, summer air. Then somewhere through the moving crowd a melody appeared. A flute rose over all the voices, light and warm and wandering free, like the sound of old tomorrows calling unexpectedly. Some nights are only evenings, some become a place where your old life quietly changes shape. Moonflowers and open roads, under skies of faded gold. Every note becomes a memory, every story left untold. Moonflowers and open roads, where the warm wind carries names. And for one impossible evening, I forgot my old escapes. Stay here now, before the night lets go. You sat beside the piano, watching the lantern light. Your smile moved through the room like moon reflections at midnight. You asked me, do songs remember people? I laughed and answered, more than people remember songs. You smiled like you already knew. The piano played in little flashes, the flute drifted high above, while my guitar kept holding rhythm like a hand refusing to give up. The bass moved like the ocean, steady underneath the air. And suddenly every mile behind me didn't feel important there. Maybe every traveler keeps moving all this time, just hoping one day to stop. Moonflowers and open roads, under skies of faded gold. Every note becomes a memory, every story left untold. Moonflowers and open roads, where the warm wind carries names. And for one impossible evening, I forgot my old escapes. Stay here now, before the night lets go. You asked, when morning comes, will you leave again? I looked outside, the harbor lights, the empty avenue, the old guitar beside my chair, then quietly said, not tonight. Because some places are beautiful, but some places teach you to stay. Moonflowers and open roads, still blooming in my mind, like a postcard from another life the years could never hide. Moonflowers and open roads, if fate circles around, leave one lantern by the window, and I'll follow that sound. When the final chord grows silent and the stars turn pale and blue, I'll still hear the flute leading me to you. The city closed behind us, but the night stayed true. And somewhere among the moonflowers, part of me stayed with you.